my nofap brothers and sisters. Abhinav here with another video. So it's actually quite hot today here in Chennai and I'm sweating a lot. But I'm really pumped up because today I wanted to discuss with you a very important topic. I wanted to tell you about all the facts about nofap because in the internet community there's been a lot of debate about this and a lot of people they are questioning this practice of nofap, and many people also telling that fapping is a healthy habit and you should do it regularly. Even a lot of doctors they are telling that masturbation is it is normal and you can do it. But today I'm going to talk about all that, and I am going to separate the fact from fiction. And let's get started. So firstly, actually masturbation is quite normal. I don't say that it is not normal because it's just a outlet to your sexual urges. So I don't disagree with that point. A lot of doctors they say that it is a healthy exit. But the thing is that nofap is about it is as much about masturbation as it is about porn. So the main objective of nofap community as a whole is to stop fapping to porn, because all the issues that get complicated, that is due to porn and not due to masturbation, because masturbation has I don't know how long people have been doing this, because no one can tell. But the problem is with high speed porn, because high speed porn has been only available only in the past 10 to 15 years, after the year 2000. Before that, even there was pornographic material and soft porn movies, but it was quite restricted and you have to buy CDs and whatnot. But the high speed internet porn is that you can access any website any time of the day and you can get unlimited access to unlimited porn. That is bad. So because I have studied about this topic a lot, and I have come across a term known as PIED, which stands for porn induced erectile dysfunction. So what that is that you watching excessive porn can cause you to have erectile dysfunction. That is, you cannot get erect when you want to, to a real partner. So there's an amazing website which discusses about this in detail. It is called yourbrainonporn.com. So you can go check it out. Everything is given in detail. So it explains how modern day high speed internet porn is bad for you guys and how it can cause PIED. A lot of guys sharing their experiences on the forum also, so you can go check it out. So there has been research on this, and it has shown that to a less or more extent high speed porn does cause erectile dysfunction, because by fapping you are making yourself habitual to this unnatural stimulus of watching someone on the screen, and you're getting aroused by that. So it fucks up your brain chemistry, and your brain tends to rewire itself to get aroused by that. I've experienced it myself, but there's a channel on YouTube called The Reboot Nation, and the guy there, he discusses it in detail. He had a personal experience with this. The guy had been fapping for about 10 to 12 years, and then suddenly he had ED, and he could not get it up with a real life partner. So the guy was shocked, and he did a lot of research about it. And so he has a good database. You can go check him out. The channel, I think it goes by the name of The Reboot Nation. So number one, porn causes erectile dysfunction. That is one thing. So it is natural. Masturbation is natural, but fapping to porn all day, high speed internet porn, increasing the stimulus by that way, that is not natural. So that is one misconception I wanted to remove. And I also have heard that people say that masturbating helps you to sleep better, and it generally makes you feel happy. But in my personal experience, I have experienced that this is not to be the case. For me, actually, I have been fapping for over 5 years now, and I think, in my opinion, I had acquired a sort of mild insomnia because of that, which I felt because I have left fapping for about a month now. I am on my day 30, 32. So I experienced that my sleep quality, I am not talking about the hours, but my sleep quality has improved a lot. I'm not tired all day, but when I go to sleep at night, I just lie down and within 5 minutes I'm gone. Earlier I used to struggle with this. I had to lie down for about hour and 1 hour or maybe 2 hours, and I'll be turning around, tossing around in the bed. But I was having trouble sleeping. But now I think that that part has improved. So yeah, I think that it is not the case. Maybe you get a lot, you get tired by watching porn and masturbating, so you sleep that day. But I think on the long run, if you are an addict to PMO, if you are a long term, you have watched porn and you have masturbated a long time, you have been a long time addict. So I think it fucks up with your sleep. So I would suggest that, in my experience, I only know that nofap improves the quality of sleep. Yeah. And also what I wanted to talk about, yeah, so I have watched some videos on YouTube, because there are different people have different opinions about how porn is, masturbating is good for you, and mostly women. I've seen a lot of girls talking about this stuff. So to that I wanted to clarify that I don't know that much about women, but in guys it is shown porn and excessive masturbation to porn has shown to cause erectile dysfunction, because the analogy of women is different. Definitely they can get addicted to porn like guys, to the pleasure and to the orgasms by receiving orgasms anytime they want, any time of the day by watching porn. But I think it is a bigger problem for guys, because porn porn has been shown to cause erectile dysfunction, and that is a big problem. Girls don't need to get their penises erect, so it is not a problem for them, because it does not cause a sexual dysfunction, so as to say. But in guys, if you cannot get it up, you're finished. I mean, your sexual performance depends upon getting your penis erect. For women, yeah, I know there are different mechanisms, but it is not the end of the road for them. So yeah, to those comments I wanted to say, like, yeah, there is a gender difference in this. I mean, I would suggest nofap to everyone, either it be boys or girls, because it really fucks up with your brain, and it actually what it does is there is a pleasure hormone which is called dopamine, and when you ejaculate and when you masturbate, actually when you do anything that is pleasurable, like eating something good or sweet or any activity which you enjoy, your brain there is a release of dopamine in your brain. So what porn does is, yeah, when you masturbate to porn or when you have an orgasm, there is a lot of dopamine released in your brain. So by masturbating again and again, what you do is it is a kind of a dopamine overload for your brain. A lot of dopamine gets released. So to cope up with that, your brain, there are receptors in the brain for dopamine. They are called dopamine receptors, which when the dopamine is released, it interacts with those receptors and the pleasure responses produced. But what the brain does is, if you have been a long-term fapper, your brain tends to reduce those dopamine receptors, so as to cope up with that huge amount of dopamine that you are throwing at it every day. So over time, what happens is your number of dopamine receptors go down, and as a result, to achieve the same kind of orgasm or high state, a lot of dopamine is increased. So yeah, you must have experienced, all the people who have been fapping a long time, you must have experienced a decline in your pleasure response over time, because in the beginning when you used to masturbate, it was like this, and then it went down. That is because of the dopamine response that is happening in your brain. So yeah, so that thing is common in both girls and guys. That thing is common. The brain really gets fucked up. You don't feel like doing anything. Anything else doesn't feel like it doesn't feel pleasurable, and you don't feel like talking to other people, doing the fun stuff you used to love. You don't feel feel to do it, like you don't want to do it again. You don't have any motivation to do it. So in that regard, it is same in both the sexes. But where it is separate is that porn and fapping to porn really fucks up with the male reproductive system, in the sense that a male cannot get sexually aroused by a real life partner if he's addicted to porn, and if he has changed his brain chemistry. So yeah, fapping I would suggest for both the genders, but for men it is different. Don't listen to those videos you see by women and all the stuff that it is okay. You can I mean, fapping and masturbating in a limit is okay, but this high speed internet porn is like a drug. you take more of it and you want more of it, and in men especially it can cause sexual dysfunction. So yeah, I would strongly suggest that no one should do this thing, and they should try to improve. Yeah. So yeah, that's all for today's video. And okay, let me touch a little bit on the benefits I've experienced. So as I told you, I've been it's been a month since I've stopped fapping, and the number one benefit, as you can see, is that I'm making these YouTube videos because I had this thought since I was in high school. I had this thought that I should go on YouTube and do some kind of stuff, but I lacked the motivation for that. I had a lot of stuff. I wanted to post something, but zero motivation to do anything. So the first, I think, is that my level of motivation has increased. As you can see, I'm making these YouTube videos to make a difference and to help guys who are facing the same problem as I am. Secondly, if I say about the physical changes and the psychological, I can tell you about the sleep quality. I've told you already, it has improved a lot, and my concentration levels are up considerably. I mean, I can feel it a little bit, and yeah, so I feel, yeah, the level of energy is also high because after stop fapping for about 15 to 20 days, I was like all curled up, and I didn't want to get up, and I was all like tired and stuff. So that phase is called a flat line, because when you stop fapping, all of a sudden your brain is like it's like in a shock. It's like, what happened? All of a sudden all that excess dopamine that you were feeding it is all gone. So yeah, your brain it tries to cope up with it. So it is a period that is called flat line, where you will feel a numbness, and all your sexual desire will go away. You won't get any erections from it. So I had that experience for about 15 days, but after that the things started improving, and now I'm on day 30. The energy is way up, and I don't really feel like fapping. Sometimes I have urges, but I really I'm able to control it. And one more thing I would like you to suggest, because every day these days everyone is having mobile devices, Android or iOS. So it's very difficult to control the even at night when I used to surf the net, my brain tended to wander to that stuff. So I started fapping. So I found a way. There are many apps. You can search them on Google. They are available on Play Store, and also maybe on I don't know about Apple, but they may be available over there also. So these apps, what they do is they block all the adult websites on your phone. I had this app called Secure Teen. You can go check it out. It's available on the Play Store, because I use an Android device. So yeah, what it does is you can set all the types of sites you want to ban, like pornographic content and adult content. So whenever you try to open it in your browser, it shuts it down and it tells you, no, this site is not. So I found it useful, because when you are you have got this urge, so when you try to do it, it really stops you, and it gives you a moment to think, because that moment is very important. If you open the porn site, and once you open it, it's all gone. Your motivation dies, and you start fapping. So that I would really recommend to get an app for your devices, and so that it may help you in the long run. And also because we cannot give up, in this time and age, we cannot give up our these smartphones, smart devices. So that is one thing I would suggest to you guys. And yeah, so yeah, I think that will be all for today. I'll keep you guys updated on my journey as I progress forward. It's been a month, and I look forward how long I can make this streak last. Hopefully I make it last. My aim is for 6 months. I'm aiming for 6 months. So let's see how it goes. So yeah, and I would like you guys to follow my channel and like my videos. You may follow my channel, so that whenever I update more videos, you can get on a journey with me, and you can get as I share my experiences, you can get to know more about this. Yeah, so that would be all for today. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.